beautiful Cape Town day, and we are kind of still have a bit of winter to shake off, but a man who's traveled, I want to say far to come back home, originally from the Eastern Cape, if I'm right, spent a lot of time in the Western Cape, then went over to La France, Paris, I'd like to say from Pinehams to Paris, back to Cape Town. Vlok Cilliers, what a lekker opportunity to chat to you, catch up with you, find out a bit more about life, and then you're going to be driving us in this. You're taking us for a spin in this Mercedes Benz C63s. And why I've chosen this is because it's the only car I can find that's a convertible. Now, when it comes to getting points on the board, you have to make sure that kicks are in that kind of a frequency where they can be convertible. So that was the kind of a thinking behind it. I wanted something that was a pocket rocket, a man that has helped France regain their strength in terms of being able to convert those 3-pointers and so much more. So Vlok, you're going to jump in the car, you're going to be doing the driving, and we're going to find out about life, not only in Paris and France, but also in South Africa.
Looking forward to that.
Let's go. Okay, lekker Vlok, it's lekker. We're in the car, we're moving in this machine of a vehicle.
Yeah, it is a machine, this.
To Ken and the guys at Millstock, thank you very much. This is a very special car, and it's a very special chance to chat with you and catch up with life. Talk to us, let's start at the very beginning.
Before that, I must say, I was a big follower of you.
Thank you very much.
When you was at KFM,
yes,
so
yes.
It's also a big honor for me, and I'm looking forward to this nice chat, talking to you about so many things. So
absolutely, thank you
for that.
Thanks, Vlok. And likewise, I mean, you am I right in saying where you're from the Eastern Cape?
Northern Cape.
And how did you end up in Cape Town?
Now that is it's a long way. After matric, I have a birthday to go and study,
yes.
Or at Marty's. But it was not for me. No, it was not for me.
Okay.
So those days, the police,
yes,
and the army, they recruit people. So the police recruit me. So I went to the police in Pretoria for 2 years, play for the Bulls under 20.
Yes.
From there, I said I want to go back to Cape and I want to stay in Pretoria. So they transferred me to Oudtshoorn. Then I was with the old SWD, the Eagles.
That's right.
There for a year, and then I ended up in Cape Town, and was here for 8 years in Cape Town of Western Province.
That's kind of a way you not only excelled, but I guess where us as people from the Western Cape got to enjoy your amazing ability to be able to secure points, and it's something that you've been able to kind of impart with. I mean, who would have thought in those days? Would you have, if someone came up to you and said to you, Vlok, guess what? One day you're going to be in the French management team, part of the management team, helping France win a Six Nations?
Not in my wildest dreams. Never ever, Ryan. I always said I want to play rugby, and never thought of I can make it a career.
Yes.
I just said I want to play, and let's see what happens. So while I was playing for Province, actually Paul Boyce and Paul Jim,
yes,
they approached me sometimes and said, listen, don't you want to help the kickers here? And I just went there and started helping the kickers, and that's where the love actually started to grow. And then one day Heineke Meyer phoned me, end of 2003, 2004. He phoned me and said, listen, you have this dream of putting a management together, specialist guys in each, like a defense coach, a king coach.
Yeah.
Would I be able to join him? I said, no, why not? And I got no clue about that. I got no clue what to do. I got no clue what to do. I don't know how to put drills together. I don't know what to look after. I don't know how to coach. I just said, listen,
I'm in.
I want to do that. So that's where it started.
Jeez. And now it's grown, and we look at 2022. It's there's so many things this year that we've got to look forward to. You're back home, and home is obviously a very important part of what you still do, because you've got an incredible foundation. Let's talk a little bit about the great work, because it's there to empower the next generation of dreamers, whatever they want to do, and it's doing amazing work.
Yeah, no, definitely. Funny enough, the Peter Vandenberg, who died a few months ago, he started the name. He said one day he said to me, I'm gonna call you Vlok Skop. And I said, no, it's fine, okay. And then he stuck for 10 years the Bulls.
Yes.
And then I started a foundation, and said, okay, there's no better name to rename
yep.
the foundation to the
Yes.
Vlok Cilliers Foundation.
Yeah.
And then everybody thought maybe it's to doing about sport or coaching.
Yes.
No, because education is close to my heart.
Yes.
Because I think it is, if you give a guy education, you can break the cycle of
Absolutely.
of the people who's poor and don't have money and stuff.
Yeah.
You get them a grade and they can get a work.
Yeah.
So we be looking after students at the moment, and we pay for them, and they don't have to worry about that, and they study. And we also, with that, me and my wife is also mentors for them.
Brilliant.
So on a monthly basis, we sit with them and we walk the road with them until they get their grades and their degrees and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we look after them.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's nice for us.
Let's talk also about the, I mean, we know that Australia is knocking on the door in terms of the Springboks this coming weekend.
Yes.
We know that we also, in a couple of months' time, it's been 4 years since we've played against you guys, and by you guys,
Yes,
I mean
yes.
France. So we've got an exciting November coming up for the Boks. But first, let's talk Australia this weekend. What's your take on the current Australian side?
They're always a difficult team to analyze.
Yes.
I think they have a bit of, if I'm looking from the outside, the look of there is, I don't still know what is the reason for Hooper to leave the squad, and he said it's personal reasons. That may have a big effect on the team, because
Yes.
the second test they didn't play good rugby against Argentina.
Yeah.
And they bring back Barton Foley now, who's one of the older guys back into the team, and they have a few injuries now.
Yes.
And because I still think they try and find their DNA as a rugby team and where they want to go. But also in saying that, Australia will be Australia.
Yes,
They will be competitive. They have good players. They have good individuals.
Yeah.
So they will be tough. I think they will be a tough team to play, especially when they play in Australia.
Absolutely. They're always tougher.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to the game, because we play Australia in November.
Yes.
So we have to look at that game and to
closely.
analyze them and to see us, but Australia will be there. They always will be there.
Sure.
In the quarterfinals, in the semis.
Yeah. Our kicking solutions, Andre Pollard. What's your take on Andre? He's got the ability to.
No, you got the ability. Listen, he shows one of the big games 2019 against Wales.
Yeah.
In a semi-final, there was 1 or 2 crucial kicks with a lot of pressure on,
Yes.
and he converted into points. And I always say to the guys, listen, if you want to be a big kicker,
Yes.
always say, I talk about the 5% in the world.
Yeah.
That's your Johnny Wilkinson, your Carter,
Yep.
your Mornay Stein.
Correct.
That's a 5%. Always convert the pressure into points. You don't have to worry. When they put the ball, they know it's 3 points.
Yeah.
And Andre Pollard showed that in that test against Wales in the semi-final, that he is a guy for the big moments, and that's what you want.
Exactly.
In any team. You want guys that can handle the pressure and can stood up and say, listen, just give it to me. I can do it for you.
Your current setup at France is possibly one of the best looking management teams, I think, in World Rugby. I mean, everyone has watched France transform on all forms of the game. Discipline on the field.
Yes.
Obviously, your massive impact in terms of kicking. Gaultier looks like a great coach to work with.
No, listen, he's an unbelievable guy. He got, I always say, and you also have your background with a lot of business people and CEOs, you need to have people skills.
Yeah.
If you don't have people skills, then I think it'll be difficult. And one of the big things that Fabian he have amazing people skills.
Yeah.
And you have this vision of putting a really good management team together and say, listen, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to focus on and work on, as you said, discipline. And France is like inconsistent. You know, one Saturday they will beat the All Blacks, next Saturday they will lose to Tonga or whoever.
Yeah.
And that was also, you need to sort out discipline. We need to sort out to be consistent every week.
Absolutely.
And that's what Fabian does. He just bring amazing management together.
Yeah.
We buy into this dream.
Absolutely.
And now we're working to that.
And everyone and every aspect of French rugby seems to have bought into it, and that those people skills rub off on the players, rub off on all staff, because like I said, there's a total shift in the energy in French rugby.
No. It was funny. Last year we played the All Blacks, and even in that week it was unbelievable. The atmosphere in France, in the media, because it's now this is expectations. and we beat them, and then people said, okay, now what? So the whole country jumping behind us and listen, now we have something to dream of.
Yeah.
Now we have something to believe in. And now this year with the Six Nations, it was important for us
Yes.
that we need to win the Six Nations before the World Cup start next year. And when we play England this year, it was just unbelievable, the
Yeah.
atmosphere,
Yeah.
the whole country. I was super excited. After 10 years, finally France won their first trophy in 10 years.
Yeah.
And that was, I could just see what that mean to all the people
Yes.
in France.
Yes.
And now suddenly everybody just got believed and listen, but this team have something.
Yeah.
No guarantee.
Yeah.
Still, because you got the All Blacks, you got South Africa, you got
Absolutely.
the Ireland, they are world-class teams. But there's belief
There's
now.
belief and
there's
passion.
belief now.
Total passion. Vlok, you could live anywhere on earth. Here we are in the most beautiful part of it. One of the Paul
look
Stellenbosch
around.
just down the
Yeah.
road. We really are spoilt in South Africa.
Now, I always say, listen, I've been to all the places you can think about where you can play rugby or you can do whatever. And every time I come back, I said, listen,
Yeah.
this is still
home.
the best place in the world to stay. And we spoiled. We spoiled.
And to have family and juggle that life, because that's also hard when you're on the road all the time, juggling family commitments,
Yeah, no, of
life.
course.
It's a tough thing to do, but at least
Yes, exactly. Because when you go away, you go there for 6 weeks, you
weeks.
go for 5 weeks,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So it's a long
Period
stay
away.
away. Yeah, long
Yeah.
period away from home. So it helps a lot when you can come back and your family's here, and then you can
Yes.
just settle again.
Vlok, listen, this is amazing. I can't wait to chat and over the next couple of months get to learn a bit more about the foundation, get to show some of the great work that you are doing and that you're investing in South Africa. I'm really, really happy that you're not only an individual who works very hard at a successful career, but you're also very mindful of giving back. And it's a really big thing to make a commitment on and then to deliver on. So we're really proud of you. Thanks for always choosing the Western Cape as your home. And yeah, I look forward to doing amazing things with you in the future as well.
Yeah, I must say thank you to you, Ryan, and thank you for a nice chat. I really appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward. Finally, I meet you, so I'm really looking forward to spend more time with you and just make some good friendships and memories, and just have a nice journey ahead.
Fantastic. Ladies and gents, Vlok Cilliers, like I said, keep watching, like, subscribe, give us the thumbs up, and we'll be back with some more great content from both Car Magazine, SA Rugby Mag, as well as Getaway, and of course Cape Town, etc.